to say the least.
Right.
A lot of things going on. But it's so crazy with what's going on is I had a shopping experience that changed my life last, what was it? I think it was last Thursday or Friday.
Is it shopping?
Shopping.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
No. I'm actually question, has anybody ever shopped at Harris Teeter's?
Never been to Tita's before.
No,
Never been to Tita's.
You do not know what you're missing.
So
Really?
is this one of those high-end grocery stores?
No, it's
what's Tita sell?
It's not just Harris Teeter is not just a grocery store. That shit is an experience. Like, no, I'm telling you, I had to rethink my life when I went inside there.
Okay, so have you been to Wegmans? Would that be a comparison?
I don't
point?
even care about Wegmans. I'm talking about this Harris Teeter.
Harris Teeter.
All right, first off, we already know what's going on in the climate of America right now, especially what's going on with Virginia.
Right.
And we'll be there. We'll get there in a second. I
Charlottesville.
thought this was a good way to segue. When I walked into Harris Teeter, it clearly shows, it's subtle, but it's so loud, the divide and the difference between grocery stores in black areas and white areas. See, at first, I used to think about it with the hospitals. Like, if you got Good Samaritan and what's the other one? Union Memorial, not too far from here.
So.
And then you take yourself out to GNBC.
Okay. All right.
It's
Greater Baltimore Medical Center.
Y'all been to both, right?
Yeah, been to Greater Baltimore Medical Center. Right.
So if you see the difference in that, that's Harris Teeter. Harris Teeter, first off.
Harris Teeter is GBMC, is what you're saying.
Yo, no. First off, the shit is so immaculate in there. It looks, first off, when you use the word immaculate, because you don't.
Some words get lost. So
Yo, it's so immaculate in there. It looks like a put together warehouse for one. But with the makings of everything, first off, you know when you go to the produce section in Giant, shit, I don't think Stop Shop and Save have one. They don't have one. But Giant,
throw chicken in a pile in there.
Shoppers, Food Lion, stuff like that.
Right.
Food King.
And when you go inside Harris Teeter, they have their produce section, and over the whole rack, like if the produce section is like, let's just say it's about 20 yards long with everything at the top of it. It has sprinklers, sprinkling the everything. It sprinkles
like the produce and like
it's like it's growing and everything fresh. Yo, I walked past
actually
it.
Grown.
Like,
is that
bro,
dirt out there? Is that
I
soil?
walked past it and I was like, I thought I could have a water. I was like, who throwing some shit? It was the sprinklers inside the store. That's for one. They keep everything fresh. And then, so I'm going down the aisles.
Shout out to Fresh Produce.
Everything is where it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
What I mean by that is this. It seems everybody there has made up their mind. And what I mean by made up their mind is this. You're not going to find a bag of chips next to something that it's not supposed to be next to. Nobody's changing it.
Nobody made any decisions on aisle 5.
Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be at. You won't find a Gatorade by the sodas. They got their own section. No Pampers next to hot dogs. None of that. That was it. So
Staple of the black grocery store.
So I start.
The employees are doing their job basically.
Everybody's doing their job. The man is doing his job. So I had to get. They have this thing called a very important card or something like that. VIC card. It's like a club membership. So you get that. It's for free. So now it's so crazy because the actual aisles when you the cashier when you giving your food. You don't take your cart with you and put it on top of the stuff. They take the cart on their side.
Oh, word.
And they do it for you.
Oh, shit. Changing the game.
Right. No, like it's on their side. It's on their side.
Their responsibility.
Basically, this, you're not stealing anything. You're not stealing anything.
Right.
You're not getting.
You know what? Let me get that card for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So at first I was like, I'll do it myself. They was like, no, we do it.
We got it.
It's our pleasure. Basically, by pleasure means you don't want your motherfucking stealing.
Yeah, right.
So, not that that's even the issue. So I go over there, my customer service, to go get my card. They got sugar cookies, chocolate cookies. You know, because the line might be long.
Oh, right.
So they want you hydrated. They want you nourished.
Oh, this shit is complimentary?
Yes.
What?
They got cookies?
For free?
What the fuck is Harris Tea?
Catfish are delicious.
What the fuck is Harris Tea?
They want
What is Harris Tea at?
in Canton.
Google searching this shit now. You know what? I've seen it. It's over there, like off of Boston Street.
Yes, in Canton, that area with the Chick-fil-A. Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
Gotta hit the Tita.
Yo, that shit was amazing. Like, yo, my wife, she was used to it. She's bougie.
Okay,
Again,
all right. So
put this, if you're vegan, if you're whatever you are, all organic, you ain't gotta know 2-3 stores. They have everything.
Tita got it all.
Their pharmacy is crazy. It's not just anybody over there
selling weed
that
over there
look
too.
like that. They looks like everybody there was a damn master and physicians and everything.
Top
Shit was
pharmacists.
crazy. Like, so after I leave, I get everything I'm supposed to get. So we chilling. I'm just blown away, and I'm sitting looking like, yo, this is a clear cut difference. Like, even in the nourishment, because you got to think about the foods and things that we consume, stuff like that. It seems like everything there is healthy. Even the shit that's not good for you is healthy. Or whatever. Just everything is fresh there. Blew my mind. And then I turned on the TV. A couple of days later, we got Charlottesville, Virginia. What the hell is going on?
It's
going in.
He just jumped in. He saw this up with the grocery store
It
shit.
made us feel good, and then it's like, bam. All right.
Charlottesville, Virginia. Maybe y'all can tell me what the issue is, because from what I've read and what I've seen, I've heard that it's over some damn statue.
It's over the Robert Lee statue, in which they have said they're going to. They already made the vote decision to tear it down.
Who the hell is Robert Lee?
Robert Lee was, of course, a general during the
Civil War.
Yeah, you know,
Confederate soldier.
Piece of shit general.
Yeah,
piece of shit general. He lost. Loser. Hold this L, Robert E. Lee. Hold this L.
And I guess for
very strong.
white supremacists, they are feeling like they're taking.
Bitch ass white boy.
For the white supremacists, they feel like they're taking the history away by tearing it down. So
when do we honor losers though in this country? It's a country for winners. Fuck, y'all lost. That's the whole point. Like, fucking.
So basically,
England lost.
They try to protest and have a like a whole little union of
union.
Like,
it was fucking what was they calling supremacists? National supremacists.
They're alt-right. Is one name for them.
Nazis.
White nationalists.
Neo-Nazis. Okay.
Yeah, neo-Nazis, white nationalists, racists, crackers, honkies, you know all that. Biggers, you know all that shit. You know.
All right.
Descendants of Archie Bunker.
Yeah. So basically, try to, protest of keeping it there, during this whole weekend. They started with Friday night, doing the whole tradition of having the torches of what the Nazis used to do back in the day.
Yeah, they would definitely take your torches.
Okay, this is the problem I have. This is the problem.
Yes, get it from Home Depot.
This is the problem. First off, who's buying those shits?
TV torches? Yeah, they come from the depot.
Everybody, all of them. All
they
the
weren't
white
even
males.
angry enough to make real torches. Like they need to go get sticks, wrap towels around.
They got
them.
money. These are white men. They got money enough to buy over 300 of these bags.
I'm feeling like a march right now.
Torches.
Thomas, where can I find torches?
Okay, now that we got the schematics,
damn it, I'm upset.
Now that we got the schematics of what they have, can we actually talk about what the hell happened down there?
So basically, they had these torches, and they're all just protesting, saying about white lives matter. And of course, there were some counter protesters that were there, saying, black lives, all lives, whatever.
Cut that shit out? Is that what they were
Pretty
saying?
much cut that shit out, and they are being swarmed in by all these white supremacists with the torches. And then, of course, as in the other thing, fucking fight broke out. And that's how shit just started. So then, by the time Saturday came, already the cops are there. They had to get a whole bunch of, I think SWAT was there, a whole bunch of people there, and
it was a state of emergency.
Yeah,
state of emergency.
It pretty much got down to the state of emergency, even before the protest even started.
This is my thing with the whole situation. First of all, let's break it down. you got white people walking around talking about white lives matter, which I thought was a redundant point that they were trying to make.
Excuse me, like, all lives matter.
I'm saying that. I don't give a damn about that. We're talking about
all lives.
I'm talking about these white guys right now.
To them,
no, but I'm trying to figure out what are white people complaining about by saying white lives matter. Because I was waiting for one of the protesters or the counter protesters there to say, okay, when did it get to the point that white lives didn't matter? Because I don't know where you've been living. According to us, like somebody black just go into the actual fray and just be like, whoa, wait a minute. So you're trying to tell me y'all are being oppressed? Because I was listening to some of the chants, and a lot of the chants they were saying, you won't replace us.
Yeah.
That was their main chant.
Their chant was, like, you won't replace us.
Us.
Like, who's replacing?
So they think they think in their hillbilly ignorance that things like President Obama or black people being perceived as moving up the chain is somehow these white guys that don't have anything. When they see black people that have been elevated, they feel like that could have been me. It shouldn't be him.
You know what?
And that's really what it is.
It's like they're all descendants of the cop in Harlem Nights.
Right. Exactly. That's the mentality.
So much. And I'm over here living in a fucking hovel. It's my favorite. It's just the angriest scene of any movie.
It's super hilarious.
Jealousy.
Especially when he's in this damn scene at the end.
Fucking hovel.
That's how they feel. That's how they feel. And when you take down, see, there was this movement when civil rights started to come about early on. I would say that there were like little hints of it in the 20s and the 30s, but when the 60s hit, it really started hitting home for them, and they started erecting a lot of Civil War era statues. We have some here that they talk about taking out.
There's one over there by the Baltimore Museum of Art.
Yes, exactly. And so, but most people don't even pay attention to that shit, really. But it's just like the average millennial don't even pay attention to it. You know what I mean? But it's something for it's something for white people. They have the Stonewall Jackson, Robert E. Lee. All losers.
Ulysses.
He was on the winning side. These are people that were instrumental in the rebellion. Yeah. Because there was a rebellion. These were treacherous people. They were traitors.
Right.
And so they some kind of way in their mind identify them as being patriots.
Right.
But that's part of the Southern history of the country. Which we shouldn't forget about it.
No, we forget about it.
They don't need to be no statues about it.
Exactly. Which, again, for me, I just thought it was ridiculous that, for them, they made this whole statue thing such of a big deal. And then you just turn around, now you're just fighting with other people. I'm thinking, apparently the person who made this protest happen. It was like, this is supposed to be a peaceful protest.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
No way.
No, I
doubt that.
I doubt that. No, I don't know if you say whoever said it.
It's absolutely not.
White people, when in history have they ever had a peaceful protest?
That's my point. They don't.
No, but the problem is, this is the problem. What we do, and we attempt to try peaceful protests. And I'm a little sick of that too. Like, this is my whole thing. You got to stoop. At some point, America's going to have to stoop. Black America is going to have to stoop because we've been playing. First off, besides playing the victim, and not saying we're doing it purposely, it just is what it is. But at the same time, we clearly see when we protest. Look at all the people that protested peacefully. Malcolm, dead.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, dead. I can't even say JFK. Like Marcus Garvey, everybody gets taken out. Yeah. Everybody gets taken out. We keep singing. They take us out the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
They ain't thinking about that. Now, granted, do I want an all-out race war? See, the thing about this whole all-out race war thing is going to be this. I hate when they be like, I don't care. I'm sick of the same old, white, black, red, yellow. I haven't seen no red or yellow motherfuckers. I don't like that when they be saying that shit. That just sounds stupid.
Those are Indians and chicks. You don't know, sir.
They say it. They need to say it.
Some are diamonds people.
You need to say it. No, because my thing is this. They've been saying that since I was a kid. Red, yellow.
Right.
I know what they trying to do.
Black, blue, purple.
With the whole spectrum. With the whole spectrum.
But you know what the purple is.
Say it again.
You know what the purple is when they say purple.
Don't say that like the Ravens. I go to fucking commercial right now.
Not the Ravens. They made what was the movie we had the purple people?
What the hell, Willy Wonka shit you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What movie was that?
The Oompa-Loompas?
Nigga, if you gonna say that shit, you better already know.
They was blue.
The Smurfs? What the hell?
No, not the Smurfs. It was like a whole world.
Oh, Avatar?
Avatar. Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Nobody saw that.
Wait a goddamn minute. We talking about the whole people are out there protesting for it. You bring up some goddamn Avatar. They don't want to know what it is. Avatar.
I was trying to bring the mood down a little bit.
Hell no.
We need to institute a penalty box for Diamond at this point. You need some
I was trying to bring the mood down.
Hell no. You got people.
Hell
no. It's people out here. People out here getting ran over. I didn't even get to the fact. Old boy ran into the crowd. He ran into the crowd, hitting people. He hitting people with the car and stuff. Like, yo.
Was that his mother's car?
It was somebody's car, but the mother said.
No, apparently he was borrow someone's car.
Yo, you be letting people off the hook. Where did you get this from? Whose car did he borrow?
I just wanted to say he borrowed a car. No. It was hard. No, it wasn't.
Hell no, that was his. Because did you see the video where his mother was like, "Oh,
I saw that
she
video."
Didn't know. She didn't know.
And you know what? Here was something that really irked me about that whole thing, in which she goes on and saying, "I mean, he does have an African American friend."
No, she said that about Trump. She said that about Trump.
Yeah, she was talking
about
like
Trump.
Shit, yeah.
She said Trump.
I thought she was talking about.
She was like Trump isn't a supremacist
Right.
because he has a black friend.
You talking about Omarosa, the black woman?
Oh no, he got two black friends.
Who else?
Ben Carson. But
and Ray Lewis. That's three black friends.
So I guess there's a minimum.
And what's the other one? What's
Steve
Harvey?
Steve Harvey.
You got 4 black friends.
I wouldn't say Steve Harvey's his friend.
So we count just niggas who have been pictured with him as his friends?
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right. I got friends.
Other people won't take pictures with him.
No. So Donald Trump came in right now. You want to take a picture with him?
No.
Take a picture with him?
Nah, not no picture.
Take it and Photoshop that shit up real good.
Nah, I wouldn't.
No. Shit, you tripping?
That's the president. I'm still take a picture with
the president.
I do him like they did Charlemagne, asking for a drop.
Drop Trump and drop your ass.
But
Secret Service ain't playing with these.
Nah.
What I'm saying is, they're saying all lives. No, they're not even saying. That's the funny thing. I gotta respect what they. I gotta fake respect what they're doing because they're not on this. All lives matter.
Yeah.
They straight telling you white lives. That's it. They cutting us out, but it's us. It's us that's running around.
When the fuck did they get so angry in Virginia? And when did this become the hub of all racism? I thought this was more of like a Mississippi thing.
No,
it's always been Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia, I guess, is.
It's always been Virginia.
I thought West Virginia was more racist than the actual.
Virginia is so.
I know some good people in Virginia. It's crazy.
Well, there's a whole lot of them walking around now, tiki torches and all this other stuff. And white people, they go and play how they go and play. Yeah, that's the difference. It's just us. We sitting up here, keep being like, well, you know, this just kumbaya. They're ignorant. Nah, sometimes ignorance has to be met with ignorance. And that's the whole thing. And the whole thing about it is they know we're not willing to go that extra mile. We're not willing to go that extra mile. We're not talking about whooping one person's ass. Shit like that. I'm not even saying there's violence or nothing like that off top, but they have to know that if this is what's on the table, we're willing to do that too. And whatever the thing is, and it goes back to a whole lot of the things that's going on